The transition process for Holy Trinity School has gone smoothly. Hear more from Father Gary Kaiser. Plus, the Northeast Dubois School Corporation has put its 2015 budget in place, and Andy Horning is the next in our ongoing candidate series tonight on Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. We lead off with local unemployment numbers being released, and Dubois County continues to fare very well. The September numbers released this morning by the Indiana Department of Workforce Development show Dubois County is now at 3.4% unemployment. That's down 0.3% from August's number. Dubois County still has the lowest unemployment rate in Indiana. Its lead over Hamilton County is now 0.4%. It was 0.3 back in August. Among other local counties, Davies County is tied for the fourth lowest unemployment rate in Indiana at 3.9%. That's a drop of 0.2 from August. Martin County is also back in the top 10 at 4.1%. Moving around the area, Warwick County's unemployment came in at 4.3%. Spencer County is at 4.6%. Pike County and Perry County are tied at 4.9% apiece. Orange County 5.3%, and Crawford County is at 5.8% unemployment. The highest unemployment rate in Indiana was found in Lake County. That's at 7.2%. Now, as a state, Indiana's jobless rate dropped to 5.7% in September. That's down 0.1 from August and is now 0.2 lower than the national average. The state unemployment rate has now dropped in 16 of the last 22 months. Indiana added 5,900 manufacturing jobs in September, one of the largest one-month increases for the state in a decade. It's also one of the largest increases in the nation. However, losses concentrated mainly in leisure and hospitality and in trade, transportation, and utilities resulted in an overall decline of 1,900 private sector jobs last month. Officials with the Jasper Deanery are pleased thus far with the ongoing transition to a county-wide Catholic school system. Holy Trinity Catholic School's formation was officially announced late last month, though the process has been going on for nearly the last year. The school was formed following recommendations from officials with the Catholic Diocese of Evansville and local groups. Father Gary Kaiser of Precious Blood Catholic Church was chosen by Bishop Charles Thompson to serve as the delegate for school administration. Kaiser says though change is not easy, he is proud of how everyone involved has embraced the whole process.
I really give credit to the people on the core team and the people on the school transition team that we've tried to take this opportunity, particular with the Catholic education, the schools portion of this, as we go through strategic planning. How can we make this stronger, and how can we serve the generations next and the one following?
Holy Trinity will be formed through the combination of St. Mary Preschool in Ireland and Jasper's Precious Blood and Holy Family Schools. Officials with the Evansville Diocese have said Holy Trinity's formation could serve as an example to other parishes across the area. Kaiser agrees, saying the merger is something that we may see more of.
Again, it's been a learning process. We can still get better, but I do think that we have some things that we could offer to surrounding areas to help them in their process, and I've actually had several priests actually contact me already about that.
Now, enrollment figures for the new school are expected to be up from what they are at the current schools. Kaiser says the enrollment figures are helping to keep Catholic education as a quality option for families in the future.
One of the things that helps keeping it viable is students. When you meet a certain student-teacher ratio, it helps keep it viable. I don't expect for us to have a huge change, but just a student here or two there for each classroom. 3 or 4 would be great in each classroom. That would make it much more viable for us and sustainable.
The new Holy Trinity school system will be opening in time for the start of the 2015-2016 school year. Again, it will be open to students from all across Dubois County. The 2015 budget is now in place for the Northeast Dubois School Corporation. Last night, the Northeast Dubois School Board approved the new budget. The bulk of the nearly $12 million in funding was previously approved by the Dubois County Council. Now, the funds approved last night were the capital projects and bus replacement funds. Those make up roughly $2.5 million of the budget. This year's tax rate will be close to last year's figure of 90 cents per $100 of assessed value. The assessed value is now up to nearly $297 million. It was $284 million for 2014. Superintendent Bill Hoaksong says he is pleased to have the new budget in place.
We're glad to have it over. It'll be in the DLGF's hands now. All we can do is kind of hope and pray that it comes back with some good, positive numbers that we can manage with.
Hoaksong says the district continues to be in decent financial shape for the time being. The budget now goes to the Department of Local Government Finance for its final approval. Bridge cleaning projects along Interstate 64 in eastern Dubois County will cause some issues for folks in the coming weeks. Officials with the Indiana Department of Transportation say maintenance crews will be closing lanes of I-64 between State Road 162 at Ferdinand and State Road 66 in Crawford County. Work will get underway tomorrow and is set to last for about a week. Drivers are being asked, as always, to slow down and stay alert near the inspection crews. For construction updates and traffic alerts, you can follow INDOT on social media on their Facebook and Twitter pages. You can also access INDOT's TrafficWise Traveler Information Service. That's at indot.carsprogram.org. Speaking of interstates, state officials say they're still trying to figure out how to pay for finishing the Interstate 69 extension between Indianapolis and Evansville. Officials also said during an I-69 Regional Summit meeting held yesterday in Bloomington that money has not been lined up for a bridge to take the highway across the Ohio River into Kentucky. Indiana Highway Commissioner Carl Browning says the agency is uncertain how to finance the extension's last section between Martinsville and Indianapolis specifically. The I-69 route from Evansville to near the Crane Naval Surface Warfare Center opened back in 2012. Indiana officials signed a deal in April with a private company that will finance and build the section between Bloomington and Martinsville, with the state making payments over a 35-year period. Finally this evening, the new bridge across the Ohio River between Milton, Kentucky and Madison, Indiana is being officially dedicated next week. Governors of both states are expected for the ceremony at 2:30 Eastern Time next Tuesday. The dedication will be held on Vaughn Drive in Madison, just east of the bridge. Traffic began moving on the US 421 bridge again in April, but some work remained. The bridge was slid into place from temporary supports. Highway officials said the truss of the bridge, which is nearly half a mile, is the longest in North America to be slid laterally into place. Workers slid at 55 feet from temporary supports onto its refurbished original piers. All right, coming up after the break, your local forecast, sports with Kurt Guxell, and Inform with Andy Horning. That's all up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.